Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Now before we get into this video, make sure you smash that subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss a video of ours, and that you're following us on Twitter and on Instagram to keep up to date with everything that is happening around the world as and when it happens. So today starts our Champions League preview as the tournament starts this Wednesday and Thursday with the group stages as all roads lead to Eindhoven, and we will have a look at all the games that are happening this week with particular look at Olympique Lyonnais versus Arsenal on Wednesday evening. Now this is going to be a really interesting game to watch because obviously Lyon are the current champions of the tournament and have been favourites for a long time over the past coming years, and so far in Ligue 1 they are undefeated, winning all 5 games, so it's going to be a really good battle to watch. And then obviously on the Arsenal front, they themselves are unbeaten in the WSL this season, picking up 3 wins from 3. So let's talk about some team news that we know. Now obviously Arsenal will still be without their main centre-back pairing of this season so far, Raffaele Souza and Leah Williamson, who are obviously both out for an extended period of time. So if we talk about lineups, I would imagine Arsenal will play a very similar starting 11, if not the exact same starting 11 that they played with at Reading this past Sunday. So Manuela Zinsberger in goal, then back 4 of Katie McCabe, Steph Catley, Lotta Vogelmoy, Laura Wienreuter, Vivian Miedema, Leah Volti, Kim Little, Beth Mead, Caitlin Ford and Stina Black-Stenius leading the line. So that would be my 11. I would say you might see the likes of like Jordan Nobbs and Frida Marnham come in to the game as early as substitutions from Jonas about should they be necessary, but otherwise I'd expect Jonas to go with a strong side in that sense. And on Lyon's front, now obviously they're missing quite a lot of players through injury, which has really been a cause of concern for them this season. The amount of injuries that they have sustained, it's really worrying, but they can still put out a really strong team. I mean, the likes of Lindsay Horan, Daniela van der Donk, Amandine Henry, Wendy Renard, Salma Becker, Christina Endler, just to name a few, like they can still put out a really strong squad. So don't expect, just because of the amount of injuries that you may have seen that Lyon have, that it's going to be an easy walkover test for Arsenal. It really won't be, and it's definitely going to be an interesting battle to watch. Now, like with all games this season, you'll be able to watch them on the DAZN YouTube channel for free. So literally just type in DAZN Football and you'll be able to find Olympique Lyonnais versus Arsenal at 8 PM BST, so 9 o'clock Central European time. And obviously the other game taking place in that group will be earlier on in the day at 6:15 UK time. That's 6:45 in Europe. That's FC Zurich versus Juventus Women. The other game we have is, or the other group that's starting is Group D. We have Bayern Munich versus FC Rosengard. That kicks off at the same time as FC Zurich versus Juventus. And then at 8 o'clock UK time, kicking off at the same time as Lyon versus Arsenal, is Barcelona versus Benfica. And then on Thursday we have the other 2 groups kicking off. So the early game in Group A is Vlasnia versus Real Madrid Women, and then the late game is PSG versus Chelsea, which I think will be a really good game. Chelsea looking good now. Obviously will still be without manager Emma Hayes on the sideline, but have looked really good following their opening day defeat to Liverpool. And if we look at PSG as well, they're having a fantastic start to the season, 13 points out of a possible 15. Their only draw came to Le Havre the other week, but a free scoring team. Now this is a game again very similar to Lyon versus Arsenal, where I'm expecting it to be a really close battle, and it's going to be very hard to pick a winner out of those 2 sides. So England versus French opposition in this week's Champions League is obviously the highlight, and definitely ones to watch out for. And then in Group B we have VfL Wolfsburg versus St. Pölten and AS Roma versus Slavia Prague at 8 PM, and Wolfsburg versus St. Pölten is at 6:15. Again, all these times are UK, so just add 1 hour if you're in Europe. And a reminder that all the games are able to watch on the DAZN YouTube channel. I am very excited for this season. I think it's going to be a cracking Champions League year. I'm not too sure who's going to go on all the way to Eindhoven and when we are set to have a fantastic competition, and I can't wait for it to get underway in just over 24 hours time. And it's going to be really good to see who can knock, if anyone can knock off Lyon from their title perch. Let me know in the comments who you think will win this season's Champions League and who will be some standout players. Will we have some new players come to the forefront of the competition, or will the likes of Alexander Pop, Eugene Le Sommer be the normal standout players in this tournament, or anything else you're expecting and excited for in this season's Champions League coming up? So that is it. We'll be back with our normal rundown for the weekend's games, and don't forget we also have the World Cup draw taking place on Saturday, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out those two videos. Until then, like I said at the start, make sure you like and subscribing and turn on the post notification bell so you don't miss a video, and that you are following us on Twitter and on Instagram for all the latest news and stories as and when it happens. Until next time, we'll see you soon.